I'm sure you have seen it everywhere when it comes to don't make these fashion mistakes. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing how you can avoid those fashion mistakes. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Tamara. I'm a personal stylist. I answer all your questions on style trends and how to style with purpose. If you love fashion but just don't have the confidence to pull off that special look, well, you're in the right place. Be sure to subscribe, hit that bell button to join me every single week for new videos. Now let's dive into those fashion mistakes. I hear this as a personal stylist working in retail, but also from networking events in the past and just overall in conversation with women. I always hear all too often that I just want to be comfortable. My question is, how tight are your clothes? I always like to ask what people are wearing when it comes to their clothing. Is it something that is extremely uncomfortable, it's tight, you feel that everything's sort of fallen out and you just don't feel your best self? I would definitely take the time to go through your closet and check out if your clothes are actually fitting you properly. And if there are things that are just too tight, be real with yourself. Are you going to take the time to lose weight in order to fit back into those clothes? Or is it time to move on and find things that suit your body right now? On the opposite spectrum of that, things to avoid is definitely baggy, oversized clothes. You want to make sure that your clothes fit you well. When you're wearing an oversized shirt and big sweatpants, it just looks like you're completely washed out. This is something to avoid if you have a big event to go to, or even if you're working from home right now. I would always opt for a shirt that's fitted, even a collared shirt, versus trying to go for something that's big, loose, and not really professional. Another thing to avoid with, something too tight, now something too baggy, is also wearing a long shirt and a long skirt, and then again, we don't know where your body is. And I'd really love to hear in the comments below if this is something that you might wear because you're trying to cover something up, but you just don't know how to put everything together in order to, show off the best parts of your body. And for you, it's just easier to sort of get lost in your clothes. I always have a tagline, and I always say it's not about who you wear, but how you wear it. I think it's really important to remember that we all have bodies, we all have different shapes and sizes, so it's always great to embrace that and not wear things that kind of wash us out, or ultimately we get lost in the clothes. This is my all-time biggest pet peeve and something that we could all avoid when it comes to dressing ourselves, and that is wearing black leggings. I don't know what the reaction will be, but for me personally, I find that it's not the greatest look when it comes to putting an outfit together. I've seen all sorts of spins on how you can wear your black leggings, and to be very honest, I don't think that it's flattering, nor does it really go with an outfit. I've seen so many times where couples, especially that the man is very put together and the girl just is wearing leggings, and it's as if she just doesn't know really what to do or how to really style herself. And I will say this, I lived in Italy and a lot of that rubbed off on me when it came to style, because you always were to be presentable and your best self. And leggings were just a big freaking no-no. And if you're wondering like, oh, I wear leggings under my dress, I wear leggings to, the office with a dress shirt, there are other options out there that you don't have to always go towards black leggings. Something that I really love are a good pair of black jeans. Again, finding ones that really fit you, or a good pair of black slacks. And sometimes I find slacks are a little bit more comfortable than actual leggings because there's a lot more movement to them and they're not really tight to your body. So if you're someone who So if you're someone who doesn't really like to show off your legs, then investing in a good pair of dress pants or just an overall suit goes so much further versus just trying to go to a pair of leggings. Now, this one, when it comes to fashion mistakes, is something that I think is really hit and miss. I've seen it a lot on the market with holes in shirts, jeans, all sorts of things. And I don't know if it's come with my age, but for me personally, I really love a clean, crisp shirt and a clean, crisp pair of jeans or pants or skirt, whatever it is. I find if things have holes in it, I could have done it myself. That's probably that is what family members used to say to me growing up. And yes, I definitely had a time where I really enjoyed a good pair of rip in my jeans. I do have a pair that I do enjoy, but I find especially in shirts when there's rips and tears, it just doesn't look very clean. And even if you're wearing like a really cool shirt, you know, maybe it's your favorite band, if it's nice, if it's a little bit looser in fit, and you have a good pair of jeans on and a nice belt, it looks really sleek. But I find that holes just don't really do the garment justice. This is something that I definitely want to do as a video, is talk about shoes. But when it comes to shoes, I think it really speaks to who you are as a person. When it comes to shoes, you do want a pair of shoes that you can invest in. If you work in an office environment, if you happen to be in a more professional setting, then having a good pair of leather shoes, or even if you want a pair that are pleather, you want to spend a little bit more money than say those $20 pair of shoes. A pair of shoes that you can invest in, but also the shoes that you take care of is also an important part. So take a look at your shoes, and if there's something that you can actually get fixed. So for example, I have shoes that have leather on the bottom, and I always go and get them toppied and then always get a new heel tack just to refresh them and get them a little bit cleaned up. If you have a pair of shoes that are in need of some TLC, I highly suggest to do that. It not only makes your shoes last longer, but it's definitely worth the investment versus buying cheap pairs of shoes constantly and then always having to replace them. All right, this one really gets me every time. Big fashion mistake. If you're wearing logos head to toe, it's not a thing. I don't know where or why people do it, but I always find it to be really tacky. If you've got a logo of this, that, and everything from top to bottom to your shoes, it just doesn't look very put together. So if you do want to wear logos, I would suggest that you put one piece that is a logo and then everything else stays as a neutral or stays, you know, as a solid, whether it's pants or whatever. If you want to do a logo with a print, that's really cool. It helps to change and mix things up. But if you're wearing logos head to toe, it's just not a look. I don't know who said it was. I know for high-end fashion, especially in the luxury market, there have been a few outfits, mostly tracksuits, that are fully logoed. What I feel about that, maybe to wear as loungewear at home, but to wear out in public, I don't know if you would catch me wearing that. Let me know in the comments below if you would wear a completely logoed outfit. And this really gets me is when I see someone wear a pair of leggings, a pair of Christian Louboutins, and then a shirt that's ill-fitting, some jean jacket that's also ill-fitting, and a LV bag. I don't know what it is about that look, but it just doesn't work. And I think that if you had a good pair of slacks on or a good pair of jeans and a better fitted top. So that happens to be an outfit that I'm not really a big fan of, but I mean, people wear it. If you feel comfortable in it, I guess you do you. This video is really to be an insight and things to think about when you are trying to style yourself. I know that sometimes we can get into style ruts and just kind of wear the same old, and I really want to be here to give you ideas, spark interest, and think differently when you look at your clothes. I know that fashion can be overwhelming and a little bit of a shit show. So when it comes to style, I'm here as your personal stylist, because honestly, I love it and I genuinely want to help to make sure that you shine your absolute brightest. If you're interested to be a part of my group online, it's called How Can I Wear That? I put in different outfits during the week, and if you have any fashion dilemma questions, it's the perfect place to ask. You can download my free style guide where it is a step-by-step process of how to find your own personal style. All of the details can be found below. If you enjoyed today's video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell button to join me every single week. And like I always say, it's not about who you wear, but how you wear it. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.